Why do I have this hood? Glasses? Yeah. Headphones? Yeah. Yeah. Apple? Check. Water? Check. Let's get to it. What is up, Gear Squad? Chaingear here, bringing you another video, and today we are back giving you guys another vlog. It has been quite a while, so let's just kind of jump right into it. And first things first, I'm a failure. Yeah. I am a huge failure. I'm struggling, and it's because of many things, and I wanted to kind of get out here and explain to you guys why this is, what's been going on in my life, why maybe you haven't seen a lot of videos recently, because there haven't been a lot of videos recently. I think one video went up, and that was, I want to say, the review for Mafia 3. And that came out on Tuesday. Definitely check that out. It's fairly short. It's not like videos that we're used to doing. It's about 10 minutes. I definitely would go ahead and recommend checking that out. But yeah, I didn't really post a lot of videos this week, and I missed 2 vlogs in a row. And you guys know I'm not a big fan of that. I love posting my vlogs. That's a big thing for me. But I realized that I wasn't vlogging these last 2 weeks because I had to face the truth, which is the fact that I'm a failure. And the reason I think this is important to talk about is because we fail a lot here in the United States and in the entire world, but we don't like to talk about it. We don't like to talk about the fact that we mess up. We don't want to talk about the fact that we set goals and we lose track. We set goals and sometimes we just don't hit them. We want to talk about success and how you're always going to be successful on the best track, but that's not what I want to talk about today. I want to talk about my struggle. We spoke a lot about the challenge, right? I don't know if you guys have seen, the last couple of videos, but I talked a lot about how life's not hard. It's a challenge, right? And you have to go ahead and accept that challenge. But that doesn't mean you're always going to succeed in that challenge. I mean, take a video game, like Blacklight Retribution, and think about those missions that they give us. They're fairly simple and they haven't really changed them. But, like when you have to kill X amount of guys in a game, or you have to get a specific amount of damage, within the week or something like that, right? Or look at Overwatch, for example, right? You have trophies. Even in Blacklight Retribution, we have trophies, right? Kill X amount of people with a hard suit. All of those things. You don't always succeed. It might take you long. It might be easy, but sometimes you don't succeed. Sometimes you fail. And I set up a couple different goals for myself. I told you guys here on camera, and I failed. I failed. I wanted to work out every single day. I failed. I couldn't even do 5 push-ups a day. Something in my brain just didn't kick off. Something in my brain just didn't click and say, you should work out today. And if I did, I'd make an excuse. And I'd say, I'll do it when I get home. And then when I was laying in bed and recognized I hadn't done it, I'd say, well, I'll do it tomorrow morning. It was always this excuse. I always just made stuff up. And it's really, really irritating. But the first step is realizing that I failed. Now, that doesn't actually make me a failure. Let me clarify things and clear things up. I'm not a failure. I have failed, but I think calling myself a failure is a really negative way to view myself. I'm not a failure. I succeed many times. I succeed many times within a day, within a year, within a month, within a week. I am a successful individual, but I'm also a failured individual, if that makes any sense. I fail, but I also succeed. This is a weird dichotomy, right? If you're a failure, you fail. If you are successful, you succeed. So how can you be both? Well, there are multiple things that we want to do in our life, right? I eat fairly well. I eat the right amount of food and the right quality of food. I've got an apple right here. I just ate 2 sausages, just 2, just to get some protein in me. There were some pretty lean turkey sausages. This morning I made a smoothie. I'm very conscious about what I put in my body. But it's hard for me to get out of my shell and do physical activity. It's hard for me to get out there and run. It's hard for me to get out there and do push-ups. It's not hard. It's a challenge. It's a challenge. That challenge is difficult for me, though. The more I say it's hard, the more hard it is. And it's not. It's a challenge. It's difficult. And I have to figure out how to do those things. I thought that it would be easier for me if I said, okay, let's go ahead and do 5 push-ups every morning. I was wrong. That didn't help me. I thought it would help me, and it didn't. It did not. There are some other things that I wanted to do, though, and let's just go ahead and talk about all the different failures that happened recently. I wanted to make a whole bunch of videos this week. I wanted to make a whole bunch of videos last week. I've got a couple gear casts that I've wanted to edit for a while, split up, and then distribute to you guys in the format of different videos. So that way you guys don't have to sit down for an hour and a half, 2 hours, and watch one large gear cast. Instead, you can see different parts of it. I also want to stop live streaming gear cast. I want to do, pre-made gear cast and throw them up every Saturday. And then when I do a live gear cast, I want it to be special, one where I can interact with you guys. So, there's a lot of things that I wanted to do, and I just didn't do them, and I failed. And again, the reason I want to talk about this is actually because I want to talk about the struggle. The struggle is real. It's not something that stays forever, but it's real, and you have to accept it sometimes. When you realize that you're having a hard time, that's the time when you need to stop yourself and say, wait, I'm struggling. And I think that's actually the hardest thing for myself, and I don't know about you guys, to do. When I'm in the middle of failing, I don't want to accept it, right? If I had gone 2 or 3 days without working out, I don't want to accept that. But the truth of the matter is I'm struggling. I'm having a hard time, but I didn't ask for help. Now, fair enough. Who would I have asked for help? My roommate? My friends? You guys? Maybe. Maybe I could have did a vlog about it. Vlogs are easy for me to make, mind you. All I do is sit here in front of the camera, talk to you guys, do a little bit of audio editing, do a little bit of video editing, adding the intro, adding the outro, maybe changing some lighting. But that's it. I could have done it. I could have got in front of you guys and said, hey, I'm struggling. Make a Chaingear Speaks video out of it. Heck, get a couple views out of it, right? Maybe get a couple subscribers. It made more sense for me to get involved, for me to ask for help, than for me to not want to recognize my struggle. Not my failure, but my struggle. Because if I would have dealt with my struggle, and I would have had people come and help me, or even help myself, I may not have failed. Because you also have to recognize, if you have a goal and you don't succeed, does that mean you fail? It's another deep question. If you don't succeed, does that mean that you fail? If I said, okay, let's do 5 push-ups every morning, but instead I did some at night, or I did some in the middle of the day, does that mean that I failed? Or does that mean that the goal has changed? Or does that mean that the goal has parameters that I'm allowed to, mess with? They're my goals. I can do what I want with them. I think the idea is to maybe set a goal. I don't know, maybe set a goal that you are allowed to kind of mess with, one that you can ask for help with. And by the end of the day, maybe not giving up is success, right? And then maybe after not giving up, continuing is one at least version of success. If you stop on a Tuesday after you worked out on a Monday and you get back on a Wednesday, does that mean you already failed? That doesn't seem like it's worth living for, right? If you are going to fail at some point, you're gonna fail at some point. Does that mean that you should give up? And I think honestly, me talking through this and talking to you guys is therapeutic for me. There are lots of things that I want to talk about, but I just want to talk about this right now. And maybe this is more like a Chaingear Speaks video. I don't know. But it's a vlog right now. There are a lot of things that I want to do. There are lots of things that I've wanted to talk to you guys about. But today, I just felt like it made more sense to talk to you guys about this, because at the end of the day, honestly, set your goals up, try your best, and if you don't succeed, try, and try again, guys. Woo! I feel like I could talk about this for a long time, but the 10 minutes is almost coming. and I want to make sure that I end this video and I get back to work on these other videos for you guys. That's basically all I want to say. Like this video if you like it, dislike it if you dislike it. Subscribe, guys, if you haven't subscribed yet. Lots of videos to come, and let me know what you guys are thinking in the comment section below. Have you guys set goals for yourself and failed along the way? Do you feel like there is some sort of key to success? Let me know what you're thinking, because I could use some help, and I'm sure I'm not the only one. Alright guys, I'll see you when the patch drops for Blacklight Retribution. At least you'll see me online. Of course, let me know if you want to play Overwatch with me, or really anything else that's coming out soon or has come out. Titanfall 2 I just got, so let me know what you guys are, what you guys are playing. Otherwise, I'll see you in the next video. Thanks a lot, guys.